Good morning, Mr. Depp.
Good morning.
We heard a lot about some statements that Mr. Waldman made. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And Mr. Waldman is your attorney or was your attorney?
Yes.
Could we please pull up Defendants Exhibit 1245? And this is already in evidence, so permission to please publish. If we could scroll down to the second page. Mr. Depp, do you see the statement here attributed to Mr. Waldman?
Yes, I do.
When's the first time that you saw this statement?
Objection, Your Honor, may we approach?
All right.
All right, so another sidebar, but this was expected that he would be taking the stand in his rebuttal case. I was talking with my guest, who I'm going to bring back in again, Attorney Jack Rice, about that. We were saying very smart move, especially if he's the last witness called on rebuttal, because that would be the last thing the jury would be left with before Sir Rebuttal, which Amber Heard's team will have an opportunity to do if they so choose. So what might this mean? Jack Rice, they were up there for a long time. We know not every witness on the list may necessarily be called. Could this be that he's their final witness? What do you think?
You know, it's certainly possible. Again, primacy, recency. The last thing that you hear is what it is that the jury is going to remember. And this is big. So you know that. I think this fight, I think everybody was up there for this reason. What we're going to see right now is potentially a very narrow direct examination, because the purpose is to try to keep Johnny Depp in a very particular lane so you can narrow what the recross, if you will, is going to be of Johnny Depp. And what I really think is going on right now is they're trying to make a distinction between Waldman, his former lawyer, and Johnny Depp himself. So in other words, the other side was all about making those three statements that Waldman made. If Johnny Depp says, it wasn't me, it wasn't mine, then it's not Johnny Depp's responsibility, his liability.
Right. Okay, let's go back in and listen.
August. It was when the piece was when she, August 2020, when I was countersued by Miss Heard. This is the first time that I saw any of these statements.
Can we please pull up Defendants Exhibit 1246? And this is also already in evidence.
All right.
Thank you. If we could scroll down to the second page, or the third perhaps. Thank you. Mr. Depp, do you see this statement that's attributed to Mr. Waldman here?
I do.
And when is the first time that you saw these statements?
Same, when the countersuit was filed.
And could we please go to Defendants Exhibit 1247? And again, this is already in evidence. And if we could scroll down, please, thank you. Mr. Depp, do you see the statement attributed to Mr. Waldman?
I do indeed, yes.
And when's the first time that you saw this statement?
This is the same. It's the counterclaim to August 2020.
After you saw these statements for the first time, did you form an understanding as to where they appeared?
I didn't, as to where they had appeared, these statements.
In what publication?
No, off the bat, I didn't know exactly. It just seemed like a lot of word salad to me. I didn't know where they'd come from, or, I mean, where they ended up, or...
Mr. Depp, do you recall Ms. Heard testifying that you did not assist her in getting her role in Aquaman?
Yes, I do, yes.
And what is your response to that?
it's not exactly true.
Do you know when Ms. Heard first auditioned for Aquaman?
Strangely, I know the date and everything. Well, no, yes, I do know the date, because I was scheduled with my band, the Hollywood Vampires. We had done 2 shows at the Roxy, which is a place in Los Angeles, to rehearse for we were invited to play at the Rock in Rio concert, which is a huge rock and roll festival. So we did the 2 shows to go to Rio and play there. Miss Heard wanted to come with me, and Whitney, her sister, had come as well. While we were there in Rio, we were rehearsing and getting ready for the show. Miss Heard informed me that she would have to get back to Los Angeles for an audition, meaning basically after our 2-hour show or whatever, we would have to get on the plane immediately to make it back to Los Angeles for this audition. And that audition was at Warner Brothers. It was whatever film it was.
And when were you performing at the Rock in Rio?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was I believe it was the 24th of September.
In what year?
That was 15.
What do you understand happened after Ms. Heard auditioned for Aquaman?
After Ms. Heard's audition, or possibly auditions, for Warner Brothers and I suppose the creative team, Ms. Heard had expressed to me that the film was going to be, Warner Brothers had said that the film was going to be shooting in Australia. And Australia was for Ms. Heard, that was a potential problem, which...
Objection, Your Honor. We approach.
Okay.
Okay, so we don't know the basis of the objection Mr. Rottenborn is citing, because it's going to be put before the court at sidebar, which is outside the hearing of the jury, but still, of course, part of the court record and taken down by the court reporter. We're going to squeeze in a break. You will not miss any of Johnny Depp's testimony on rebuttal. This is Court TV Live, your front row seat to justice.
Gutter inspection and estimate.
He is back for rebuttal. Johnny Depp has returned to the witness stand to testify in his rebuttal case. And something to pay attention to here, his attorneys are going to ask him really specific questions, mostly relating to those statements with his agent, attorney Adam Waldman. Now, if he is asked anything on cross that is not relating to what he's asked on direct, that would be what's called beyond the scope of the examination. So listen for that objection, see if you see any of that as we go back, or we hit the pause button before so you wouldn't miss this. That sidebar broke up. The questioning continues.
I apologize, Mr. Depp. Could you please continue? What happened after Ms. Heard auditioned for Aquaman?
I was informed by Ms. Heard that the film was going to be shooting in Australia, and that was of concern to her, and because it was of concern to Warner Brothers. So she asked if I would, because I'd had a multi, for a few years I'd had a multi-film deal with Warner Brothers, and so we'd been in business together. So I knew these people. I'd been on films with them, So she asked me if I would speak to them. I made a phone call and I spoke to...
Objection, hearsay, Your Honor.
I don't believe he said anything. I think he was going to say who he spoke to.
All right, we'll see. Overruled at this point.
I spoke to the three upper echelon Warner executives, Kevin Tsujihara, Sue Kroll, and Greg Silverstein. And I told them that...
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
All right, I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
What was the result of you speaking with those individuals?
Well, I can only say that ultimately she did get the job in the film. So hopefully I suppose I had curbed their worries to some degree.
Mr. Depp, do you recall Ms. Heard testifying that she saw you consume 8 to 10 Mdma pills while you were in Australia in March of 2015?
Yes, I do remember that.
How
I
many?
also remember her saying that I took a handful.
Objection beyond the scope. Question.
Sorry, that was extra residue.
All right, I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
How many times have you done MDMA in your life, Mr. Depp?
Actually, not that many times. I would say in my lifetime, maybe in my lifetime, MDMA 6, 7, maybe.
And how much MDMA have you done on those occasions?
Not enough to properly. Well, not enough to properly experience what the chemicals are supposed to do to you.
Have you ever consumed 8 to 10 MDMA pills at once?
No, ma'am. No, I have not.
And why is that?
Because I'd be dead. I'm pretty sure I'd be dead. I think one would die. Yes, and probably rather quickly.
Mr. Depp, I'd like to show you some pictures from the home in Australia that Ms. Heard testified about.
Sure.
Could we please pull up Defendants Exhibit 1817, which is already in evidence? Mr. Depp, do you recognize what's depicted in this photograph?
Yes, I do. That's the downstairs bar of the house we rented in Australia.
And can you please show the jury where you were sitting when Ms. Heard threw the 2 vodka bottles at you?
If I touch this thing, it'll make a
Yes,
mark.
it will.
Yes. Okay. So this chair, that one here, was over here. And it was in pretty much when I was turned around toward they were on a swivel, so when I was turned around towards the bar, I'm facing the bar. When I turned around this way, this chair here was in pretty much exactly this same position as this chair. It was when I was facing Miss Heard, who was, let's say she was, if you're looking at the photograph, she would be about here.
Could you draw a line in the direction where Ms. Heard was relative to where you were sitting?
Yes, absolutely. So if I'm sitting here, she was over here, like back here.
Approximately how far away from Ms. Heard, from you was Ms. Heard, if you can recall?
I would say it was probably 10, 12, 15 feet, maybe 10 feet, 12 feet.
And approximately where was your hand when the vodka bottle hit it?
It was leaning. My arm was leaning on the marble bar, right there where the imaginary seat is, and leaning, kind of just leaning back and looking at Miss Heard. She just walked away with the second bottle. She walked this way when she threw the first bottle, which is actually visible
Can
in
you
the
please circle
background
where
on the
the
floor.
first? Yeah. Could you please circle where the first bottle
Oh,
is?
sorry, excuse me. Yeah. All that is the exploded first bottle that went past my head, and the second bottle hit right up here where my hand was resting on the marble bar.
Can we please pull up Defendants Exhibit 1820? Mr. Depp, do you recognize what's depicted in this photograph?
This is behind that very bar.
And what do you see on the floor in this picture?
I see what looks to me like some kind of napkin. It looks sullied, soiled, blood, I don't know. And I see glass in the corner, blood obviously on the floor, and a towel leaning up on something.
Do you know how that bloody tissue got on the floor?
My best guess.
Objection calls for speculation.
Sustained.
Do you know how the blood got on the floor, Mr. Depp?
I know how the blood got on the floor. It came from my dripping finger. So that's why the tissue is I'm 99.9% sure, since it is, looks like it's got blood on it as well, is what I held my finger with.
Do you see the wall on the left side of the photograph?
I do.
Was there a wall-mounted phone on that wall?
On the left side of the photo, no, I didn't. No. Not that I recall, no.
Could we please pull up Defendants Exhibit 394, which is already in evidence?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Depp, do you recognize this text message?
I do.
And what is this message?
It's a text to Dr. Kipper. I'm sorry, just reading through.
Sure.
Yeah, this is my text to Dr. Kipper, who had just happened to be in town, telling him that I've had it, and that I just lost a fingertip.
How long after your finger had been injured did you send this text message, if you can recall?
It's hard to tell because when I look at the timestamp, it says delivered 3/7/2015, 5 o'clock. But I know that because of Australia time, it was the 8th, and it was probably, the whole thing lasted probably until about 2 p.m. Or so, when that was when Kipper was called, Jerry was brought in, Jerry Judge, sorry, excuse me.
So do you have an estimate as to how long after your finger had actually been injured that you sent this message?
I don't think it was very long. I think it was probably within the next, I'm sure it was within the next half hour or so. I would have had to sneak into a bathroom, lock myself in to type this out.
And how were you able to send this text message to Dr. Kipper in the state that you were in?
Well, he wasn't available at the time, so just sort of thumb your way through, don't you?
How long after sending this text message did you see Dr. Kipper?
I don't recall, but I think it took them probably 30 minutes or more, 30 to 40 minutes to get there.
And what did Dr. Kipper do when he first arrived at the home?
Oh, the first thing he wanted to do is inspect the damage of my finger and try and figure out exactly what had happened, how it happened.
And what did you tell Dr. Kipper about how your finger had been injured?
Objection, Your Honor.
May we approach?
Hearsay. We've
All right,
discussed
that's
this
fine.
several times.
Let's go.
Certainly a proper objection right there by Benjamin Rottenborn. Okay, so what we're going to do is hit the pause button. You are not going to miss any of Johnny Depp's testimony on rebuttal. He is going into a lot, not just the statements made by his agent, Adam Waldman, but also talking about the MDMA pills, the incident in Australia, the vodka bottle, finger incident, which we expect to hear more about in terms of that treatment and what he might have said during the course of that treatment. We'll squeeze in a break. Thank you for being with us here on Court TV Live, your front row seat to justice.
Hope today.
Welcome back to Court TV Live, your front row seat to justice. I'm Julie Grant. Thank you for being with us on this Wednesday. Johnny Depp has returned to the stand in his defamation trial. This is allowed to happen because he's on rebuttal. This is evidence that his team is presenting to refute what Amber Heard has presented in her case. Let's go back in now, exactly where we left off.
Mr. Depp, when Dr. Kipper was treating your finger, what did you tell him about how your finger became injured?
I told him that there was obviously, when you saw the damage in the house and everything, and the blood everywhere, obviously there was serious damage done. There would be no point in lying to the man. He'd been through it with me and Ms. Heard before. I told him that she had thrown a bottle of vodka and smashed and cut my finger off, the tip of my finger, but a good chunk. I miss it.
Mr. Depp, you heard Ms. Heard testify about an alleged incident of abuse on your honeymoon. Do you remember that?
I remember her testifying to that, yes.
And when did you and Ms. Heard go on your honeymoon together?
I believe it was somewhere in the neighborhood of August, because I had just finished the film. Maybe end of July, August. I'm not quite good on the exact date.
Do you recall the year?
It was 2015, I believe.
And where did you and Miss Heard go on your honeymoon?
We took the Orient Express from Bangkok, Thailand to Singapore.
And what happened while you and Miss Heard were together on the Orient Express?
There were times when it was very agreeable, very nice. And then there were times when something had become dissatisfactory for her, and she would start the rant, the blooming of a fight would be on deck there, and at one point, it didn't. I mean, I don't remember it lasting long at all. I just remember that I took a pretty good shot to the face, to the eye, to somewhere up here. So I had a bit of a shiner. But it all ended, and then everything got fine again, and we'd go to dinner, and it was all fine.
Did Miss Heard ever apologize to you for giving you the shiner?
I don't recall.
Can we please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 162, which is already in evidence? Mr. Depp, do you recognize this photograph?
I do. It was with the chef and the maitre d' and the staff were asking if they could take a photo with us, and they'd been very kind. They'd given us a
And
private dinner card.
So where was this photograph taken?
That was in the, that looks like it's in the, yes, that's towards the back of the Orient Express. That's in the back train bar compartment. And just out back, you could smoke on the sort of caboose or whatever.
And what, if any, injuries do you have in this photograph?
I think the eye's a little bit bugged out, if you will. It's, yeah.
How did that happen?
These things could happen very quickly if you disagreed.
Objection, Your Honor, non-responsive. She just asked, how did that happen?
I
All right.
believe he was about to explain.
Well, I'll sustain the objection.
Okay. So, Mr. Depp, specifically, how did the injury in this photograph occur?
I'm sure it hit me. Is that better?
Does this picture accurately reflect what you looked like on that date?
I don't look at myself much, but it certainly looks like me with a black eye. Yeah.
Does this picture appear to have been photoshopped in any way?
No, I think it would be difficult to photograph or to start getting into sort of digital processing with a number of people in the shot, especially in a wide shot.
Could we please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 1301? And this is a new one, Your Honor, so this is not in evidence.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Depp, do you recognize what's reflected in this photograph?
Yes, this is the staff. It's the manager and his staff at the Raffles Hotel in Singapore. And before we left, they asked if they could take a photograph with us.
And when was this photograph taken?
Well, that would have been, we were off the Orient Express. We stayed in Raffles, I believe, a couple of few days. And then from there, we flew to San Francisco.
So this photograph was taken after the photograph we just looked at?
This photograph was taken after the photograph in the dining car of the train, yes.
Your Honor, I'd move Plaintiff's Exhibit 1301 into
All right,
evidence.
any objection?
Oh, happy honeymoon. So it's
Any
31st of October.
any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, 1301 is in evidence, can be published to the jury.
Mr. Depp, what, if any, injuries do you see on your face in this photograph?
I see pretty much the same. I see that the area in here has been is swollen and yeah, there's a bit of a shiner there.
Thank you. We can take this down. Mr. Depp, do you recall Ms. Heard testifying that she punched you in the staircase incident because she thought of Kate Moss in the stairs?
Do I remember her saying that?
Yes.
Yes, I do. 3 times. Yes, I do.
Do you have any understanding as to what Ms. Heard was referring to?
Yes, I do.
And
All right, we have to squeeze in a break. We're hitting pause. You're not going to miss any of his answer. We just have to hit a break at the top of the hour.